Hello and welcome back, everybody. My name is Noddy, and this will be the final part of my EU4 Byzantium strategy series. So, those who've been watching will notice straight away that things look a little bit different. So, I'll attempt to explain what happened. Basically, between my last video and this one, I went overseas for 3 weeks, and then when I got back, it was Christmas, and then after Christmas came the new expansion. So I didn't really get any time to record, and I was even struggling to find time to play. But I did get a little bit of time to play, and I really wanted to continue my campaign, but I couldn't record it. So I ended up playing off camera and got to this point. Now, I know some people probably say, well, that defeats the purpose, but the main idea behind this series when I started was to show people how to survive with Byzantium at the start and expand without fighting the Ottomans. And I did that. I expanded over here. I pushed into Persia. I vassalized Persia, which ended up being a stupid idea. I ended up releasing them. To explain what actually happened, after the last video, I was stuck in a defensive war with Hungary. I think they got declared on by the Ottomans after that, and I dishonored because I didn't want to fight them again. Basically, I was allied to Austria, the Mamluks, and Muscovy. Eventually, after me poking around here and not doing a lot and just making sure I had plenty of claims and things, the Ottomans actually declared with Muscovy declining due to debt, I think it was. So basically me, Austria, and the Mamluks fought off the Ottomans, and I managed to take, I think I took these 3 provinces in the first peace deal. I ignored my cause and just concentrated on these because I just wanted to seal off the crossings. And pretty much once that happened, that was game. I had the power to expand more up here, keep expanding a bit down in here. I allied up a blobbed Hormuz, although that alliance has died. We did a little bit of expansion, Ragusa, that sort of area. Took some of Italy. I did have the intention of trying to reform the Roman Empire, and I could still do it, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, basically once that first war was won, I was able to crush the Ottomans in every preceding war. And I did that. So I can show you a bit of timeline. So if we load it in, it was about 1500 when the last video ended. So we won't watch the whole thing, but you can see Hungary was just getting taken apart. I expanded up here. I did some expanding down here. The Ottomans inherited that. That's about sometime around now that you'll see this will change hands. And that was there you go. So that was the defensive war against the Ottomans that Muscovy declined. And then basically from there, I think in the following war I took the rest of this. Still expanding down here, you can see Commonwealth formed, and there's another war where I've taken pretty much all this land. So linking up my lands, taking some of the islands, blocking off the crossings. And at this point I had a massive fleet, so they were always going to struggle. And then you can see that's when I really started to take them apart. So linking up my lands, so I didn't have to use fleets to get everywhere. And from here I just started taking them apart, one war after the other. So yeah, that's basically how we got to this point. I've only just recently attacked the Mamluks. They were allied to me pretty much the whole time. And yeah, that pretty much sums up the idea, guys. I mean, when I started the video series, it was to answer all those questions of how do you survive as Byzantium, what do you do? Because the number one strategy that most people say, well, there's 2. One is find big allies and declare on the Ottomans. Well, that doesn't work as well as it used to. It's harder to get big allies, and they're less willing to join you in offensive wars. And the other one is trying to use funky straight block mechanics, which are always can be difficult to pull off if you don't know what you're doing. So the idea behind the series was always to try and show another way that I felt worked a little bit better when it came to trying to survive the early years and expand without fighting the Ottomans. So you can see my early moves. If we watch this again, I declare on Kandar, I declare on Trebizond, I fight my way into Georgia and the Caucasian, whatever the hell it's called. And you just see I expand in this area. This is my focus. I join in the beating down Kara. I release Persia, which was a silly move. You know, I'm just expanding here. I'm ignoring the Ottomans. Yeah, I found a couple of big allies. The big allies were there as protection, purely as protection. And you see I just grew and grew and got stronger and stronger throughout the series. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm hoping to start a new series on the new expansion, so look out for that. I haven't decided what I'll do yet, but I'll have a look at the achievements and pick something. If there's any questions, please post them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.